Hey guys, it's me, ShortNature here, back with a brand new video. So you guys are probably wondering what happened to you for these past couple of weeks. Well, I've been busy, been trying to, get up a new setup. I got a new boomstick for my Blue Yeti, as you can see, because the other one I had was pretty bad and the thing was coming off and it was damaging my table. So I'm trying to just kind of watch out for this one because it has like a little foam to kind of protect it from the desk being scratched up. As you can tell, I have a new camera, so I'm testing out the whole settings and testing out the whole camera. As you can see, I'm kind of like looking at the side right here because there's another panel so I can see what's happening with the camera, and it looks pretty good as I'm setting it up. I set it at 24, so I set it at 4K 24. I set it at 24 instead of 60 frames per second. I set it at 24 frames per second. I think that's the best setting. I had it at 30 frames. It was looking a little, it wasn't looking 4K. So I did it like here and it's much better. So looking at it, it looks really great and it's recording pretty perfectly. The past couple of days, been doing shopping, trying to make better streams. I got a new Elgato capture card. You guys will see the unboxing video and how I set up the Elgato capture card into my PC very soon. And of course, I got a cam link for my camera. I bought few things for my camera so I can record and stream a little bit more longer with this camera. Some people said it tends to overheat, but of course I'm not going to be recording it every day with this camera because I have my cell phone camera that comes in handy too, and I'm trying to get other products for my cell phone in the near future too. So that's what's been happening. They decided to give me more hours, more actually this week and this month, because of course we were down 2 employees for a different situation that I'm not at liberty to discuss about what happened to them and what they did. My job has been down a lot of employees. It's just how the way they treat their employees and how they cut hours and how they're not distributing hours properly to people who are actually doing all the hard work. And the ones that are doing all the hard work are sick and tired of these long hours and they're kind of sick of it. So they're not distributing the hours properly to those people, and they're trying to be all nice to you and kitty and whatever. And yeah, and yesterday they were like, oh, we're having a visit and blah blah blah, and just like whatever. That whole visit crap, trying to get people to work, it's not even working. Everybody just stay to their same settings and just do what they gotta do. So that's the foolishness that I'm doing at my job for these past couple of weeks. It's just that, with the situation of them kind of pushing this $15 notion, and they're like, oh, we're going up $13 and it's expected to do more work at $13. I'm like, you're like this big corporation and you do not want to hire enough people to do the work that needs to be done. You're putting all this work on the people that are probably not even used to this. They're probably just used to one setting and you're not distributing it properly. You're not training the right people properly. So that's what I've been dealing with, and that's the stress level that I've been having these past couple of months or whatever. I'm just staying there because they give me the hours back so I know what to do with that check. And I would be paying off my bills, and then I would be leaving, I would be gone. So that's what I'm doing. I say, you know what? I'm going to just take this little check that you guys, and I'm just going to rob you guys for these past couple of months, and I'm not putting in my 2 weeks. This job is not worth putting in my 2 weeks. I tell people, I do not know why you waste your time putting in these 2 weeks, because they're not coming back to Target, period. I would not recommend people to work at Target. That's just me. I don't know, maybe the CEO needs to talk to his managers or something. If he talks to them and be like, look, I hear a lot of people saying that we're a bad company to work for. I'm putting the pressure on you guys to be nice to your employees. Because if I find out that you're not being nice to your employees, your ass is getting cut. And I think some of them will calm down at this point. There's been past managers that I had, and now they're working at dead-end jobs because of that situation at that course. They couldn't handle it. They got all this big promotion and they couldn't handle it. So that's my situation with dealing with what I'm dealing with at my job. And of course, updating my space. This is my second job, and this is what I like to do. This has been my happy thing that I like to do. It's been really great, actually. So I've been happy, Another thing that's been dealing with all the gaming news that's just been coming out. I was taking a shower before I got some of the products from Best Buy today, and I was watching Hollow Point, which is one of my favorite COD players, content creators that I love to watch. He's very funny, and he is deviating to other games and stuff, and I do like when content creators try something different and new. It makes their channel better. So they were discussing about Modern Warfare. I saw a lot about Modern Warfare, Modern Warfare, Modern Warfare 4, and all this stuff, and I'm just like, what's going on in the public eye? Come to find out, it's going to be a rebranding of Modern Warfare. Now, if you guys did kind of notice, a lot of people did rebranding to their platform. The reason why I say that is because if you look at God of War, you look at Spider-Man, you look at a lot of games I can't even name right now that kind of rebrand their whole game and rebrand that whole franchise. They become a better franchise for a better future. And I think Activision at this point need to stop worrying about money and putting in the money that they made from this billion-dollar franchise and putting it into making it a good use and making them a good COD game. Now, there's been news from other news outlet from last week about discussing about the whole situation with Sledgehammer Games, and of course where Treyarch have to go over there and help finish up a COD game. We don't know, in general, people saying, you know, Black Ops 5. That's been the notion that it's going to be Black Ops 5. We do not have any proof that it's going to be Black Ops 5. We do not know. And don't just go by that narrative that that is going to be the next game, that is going to be Black Ops 5. We have no idea when it's going to be at this point. It can be any game at this point. It could be a new franchise game, as you can see with Call of Duty Modern Warfare. It's not Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4. It's called Call of Duty Modern Warfare. And from that notion, it feels like it's going to be rebranding their franchise at this point, because that's just how it is. They're rebranding their franchise. And I don't mind them kind of rebranding their franchise, because their franchise needs to be rebranded. It needs to be something, needs to be done a little bit more better in order for them to be a better franchise. That's the only option for them to do at this point, is just rebrand their franchise. Another thing that maybe is the case is that maybe they just ran out of story ideas. Maybe that's the case. Maybe they don't have a story for Modern Warfare 4, so they're rebranding the franchise. There could be many cases like that. Maybe they're just like, maybe the story cannot be continued at this point, and Modern Warfare 3 ran its point in time. A lot of people's like, oh, what about Call of Duty Ghosts? Yeah, you can say Call of Duty Ghosts can be something really good. But I don't think nobody want to see a Call of Duty Ghost. A lot of people want to see Modern Warfare 4. I don't know what's going to be happening with the franchise. I don't know what is going to be happening with the game in general, or what they're going to do with this game at this peak in time. I don't know what they're going to do. All we can just is wish the best for Call of Duty. Now, there has been news that May 30th, there is going to be a release trailer. There's going to be a live event for Modern Warfare. Just to say Modern Warfare. It's not Modern Warfare 4, it's just called Modern Warfare. So we're just going to call it MW. And yeah, you can have a rebranding of a new franchise. So when you look at God of War, they rebrand their whole franchise of that game. And they just, you know, came up with a different story. A different lead actor, a different voice actor, a different build of God of War. And he's a little bit older in his older age. And, you know, he has his son following him and everything. So you're just like, okay. And it worked pretty fine, and it worked pretty well, and it won many rewards. Maybe that's what Call of Duty needs. Me personally, I think what Activision need to do is stop forcing these games to come up with these different release dates of games. I think that's the reason why Bungie kind of got out of the whole situation too, because I think Bungie, when it takes its time and takes its course of kind of rebranding their game too and rebuilding their game. I think they don't want a third-party company telling them, oh, well, you need to do this, you need to do this, you need to release more DLC these months, because that's not what the game or the developers of the games do not want to do anymore. They want to give people a finished franchise. If you guys kind of know us about these small games, these small title games, for example, like A Plague's Tale, that was a PS4 game that got released kind of like last week for $49.99. That is becoming a really popular game. Nobody didn't know about it until when it got released. There's a tons of games from like little developing companies, like Little Nightmares. That was another game. I think that came out like 2018 or 2017. Could be lying. that came out, and that became a really popular little type of game. Those type of games that take their time into development and then just set out these little release dates of these games are just like, I didn't know this game was getting released. You try out this game, and this game have a really great storyline, a really great tale, really great character settings. And sometimes you always wonder, why can't some of these games, like these big developer companies, can't be like these third-party companies or these little small little developers that can develop a game, nobody know about it, and just boom, release it the day of the release. Like, you know about this announcement like 2 days before the release or something like that. Sometimes I always wish that games kind of do that, just like give you a little teaser, give you a little details of the game, and just release the game, finish the game, or release it when you feel like releasing it. That's how I feel that most gaming companies need to do nowadays. Don't, bum rush yourself trying to set out this release date and try to catch up with your competitors, because it's not going to work. That's the same thing that goes with Anthem. Anthem just didn't really set the tone for itself at this point in time, because it's just... Anthem was just a complete disaster. At this point in time, there is no coming back from Anthem. Everybody said there's a comeback for Anthem. Yeah, if they just rehash that game, scrap that game altogether, and come out and release Anthem 2 or something, or just like, this is a rebrand model of Anthem, and just finish the damn game. But no, EA want to be up here with the competitors of Destiny. They brought all the Destiny content creators to their studio. They had like a thank you type of credits in their credits, thanking all the Destiny content creators. If you guys didn't know, they were all Destiny content creators. They all thank. And I'm just like, that's your problem. You're trying to push the narrative into something that you cannot match. You cannot match Destiny. Don't match Destiny. Do something better than Destiny. And it matched it the same way. It didn't did well when Destiny kind of set sail release was pretty good. Like, it was good. But when Anthem got released, it was a complete freaking disaster. So yeah. All these games want to be in competition with each other. Just be in competition with yourself. Make yourself better, or develop your game. I don't give a damn if you take 9 years to finish the game. If it took you 9 years to finish a game, that shows you that you're putting all the dedication and hours and work into a game. If you took 2 or 3 years to finish the game, that tells me that you're rushing the game and you just care about the money of the game. You don't care about the finished details of the game. Now, when they're trying to release this game, this Black Ops 5 game, I don't know. I can't give you an option if this is going to be finished by 2020. Because that's just how it is. A 2 years, no. I can see a 9 year span. Just keep updating the current Call of Duty game. Just making it better. And just give you like new skins. Do like the system of Fortnite maybe. Just like give people skins that they can buy. I think you can generate a lot of money just by people just buying different skins for their weapons and their characters. Trust me, you can make a lot of money. But for me personally, I think Call of Duty can make a lot of money by just selling weapon skins. Because that's the only thing that you see when you're your first person shooter is your weapon skins. It's just the weapon. So maybe they can make a lot of money on that. I don't know. Time will tell. Let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think about it. I will have an update video showing my finished, streaming setup that you can have. I am updating my PC, not right now, but later in the future, probably like 2021 or 2020, because I just bought this graphics card, and I just bought most of these products last year, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe the year before. No, last year. So I just bought these stuff, and I'm not updating this PC, not anytime soon. Just let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think about the video, what you think about this type of setup. The setup's going to be a little bit more different. Just give you guys updated news and updated content in the future, and just talk about certain things, because I feel like this is a more better setting, just like recording a video or having the webcam kind of setup. This is type of a good setup for me at this point. You will see probably different ones. I'm going to try out different cameras, maybe record with my cell phone, and maybe record with this. All time will tell, but I think I'm going to get another camera in the near future too. This shoots at 4K, so I might get another 4K camera, maybe a small vlogging camera. That will definitely help me out. But anyways, not to make anything longer and whatever, let me know what you guys think about the setup, and I will catch you guys in my next post.